everyone. Welcome to another session of the Glass Academy webinars presented in collaboration with Ethos Empowers. Each conversation in this series invites us to look at glass not just as a surface or structure, but as a material that teaches, transforms, and challenges the way that we think about design. Today's session, Material Matters Learning Sustainability Through Glass, explores how glass can serve as both a study material and a design tool for sustainability, shaping how we design, learn, and build more responsibly. Our speaker, architect Tanvi Gupta, is the co founder of True North, an educational platform dedicated to advancing knowledge in the sustainable built environment sector. Driven by a commitment to the green transition, she established True North to empower individuals and professionals with the resources needed to integrate sustainability into design and development. Her Master of Architecture in Sustainable Architecture equips her with specialized expertise to guide this organization's mission. Her background combines architectural knowledge with a focus on environmental advocacy, positioning her as a leader dedicated to fostering a more conscious and responsible future for the built world. We are so delighted to have her with us today. Welcome, Tanvi, ma'am.
Thank you, Rebecca, for inviting me for the session. And I will try my best to impart my knowledge about sustainability from
Yes.
the context of class.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, Tanvi ma'am, could you begin by sharing your journey with True North and how sustainability became a core thread in your professional career?
Yeah. So if I talk about my initial days of my architectural journey, I had a keen interest in sustainable architecture from very start. Since then, I decided to pursue my career in sustainable architecture. And when we thought about to started with the initial idea of deliver the sustainable architecture and interior design projects. So when we did the market survey and from the response we got an idea that the market is not equipped with well resources to get aware about sustainable built environment. And to build something sustainable, we need to get people aware about it first. So we made a little bit tweak in our business, and uh, made a platform for the sustainable built environment stakeholders, for students and professionals, to get aware them about how important it is through our well researched resources like articles, blogs, case studies, uh, online courses. So, and today we are very grateful. So, we have soft launch our platform, and we are grateful for the response we are getting since far.
That's great, ma'am. Thank you so much sharing that. It's very inspiring in a way. So, ma'am, my next question to you is, how can glass become a teaching tool for sustainability in design education?
Okay. So, glass is versatile and we can use it for various purposes in the building, in the construction industry. It plays a vital role in industries on envelope building envelope performance. And when we talk about in terms of sustainability, there are various factors like thermal performance, occupant comforts. Occupant comforts come from like thermal comfort, visual comfort, acoustic comfort. So there are various factors that make this sustainable material. It make it sustainable material in the construction industry. So I would like to share a few points here. Like first, it is 100% recyclable without losing its quality. It is a prime material in the circular economy of the construction market. The and the new emerging technologies currently using cullet. Cullet means the broken glasses or crushed glasses, which has a lower melting temperature than the raw materials. So it is a directly helping to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, carbon emissions. And second, glass is a very energy efficient material if we use it appropriately. Appropriately, as in it doesn't fit everywhere. We need to use it according to the climate context of the region, of the site. Otherwise, it will be underperform and we blame it that it is not sustainable and it consumes so much energy and all of those things. But if we use it in the context of the climate of the site, of the region, it will perform very appropriately, and it gives you very promising results regarding energy consumption and energy conservation. So, like in tropical climates, uh, where the temperature is very high, the DGOs work, double glazed units work, because matlab it absorbs solar heat gain. matlab it delays solar heat gains, and in cold climates, it's vice versa. Buildings need to gain solar heat. So there they have to ensure thermal comfort of occupants. So there we can use clear glasses. So that's how again the design of the space matters most in the glass performance. When using glass as a building material, one should consider where we are using, why we are using it, and we should uh, integrate with the other passive design strategies like the orientation of the building, the wall window ratios, what kind of other insulation materials we are using in. So last but not the least, it also covers economic pillar of the sustainability. So the glass industry is evolving, so it also generating jobs, uh, generate job, and it is helping in the country's economy. So that's, I guess, these are the environmental and economic pillar it is holding, or the glass industry is holding very uh, promisingly.
Yes, ma'am. And based on what you said, we can definitely conclude that classes can be a very good teaching tool for sustainability, along with all the other factors. So, ma'am, how would you define sustainability in the context of glass? Would it be about performance or longevity or recyclability or the design intent?
It's a very interesting question. So now the glass industry is very innovative. They are creating very innovative glass technologies. So from there we can grab like that glass process to make the glass, it mimics nature, which inspires sustainable design solutions. So it helps to understand the concepts of material efficiency, resource optimization, and waste reduction. So, for example, nature is often an inspiration for managing solar heat gain, like chameleon's ability to change its skin color to lower its body temperature. So, from there, it inspires smart glass that can adjust its tint or opacity to control solar heat gain and light exchange that helps in reduce energy consumption for heating and cooling loads of the building. Another point is material circularity. So, as I mentioned earlier, it is 100% recyclable. So, that depicts nature's cycling loop. It is self sufficient to make its resources like this. So, here we can learn more about, if we read about it, if we learn about the glass very deeply. So, it teaches about the nature. And if we do research on glass technologies, so it students can learn about adaptive design, energy efficiency, and using inherent material properties uh, to respond dynamically to environmental conditions. These properties of the glass uh, teach us about the energy generation, regenerative ecosystems, um, and the cradle to cradle approach. that its life is not ending somewhere. It is continuously in a cycling loop, and many more. Besides this, glass teaches about the it's if we go in the technical terms, so it teaches about the clear patterns in the building, natural daylighting, how we can take natural daylighting for our productivity, for occupants well and being, low emissivity, solar heat gain. So all about the energy efficiency of the building envelope. So these things, I guess, can help students to learn about the overall envelope, that how envelope can perform, and about the nature.
Yes, ma'am. That's true. Very insightful. You had mentioned in brief before, but could you walk us through how glass selection directly can influence a building's energy footprint and user comfort?
Yes, definitely. The glass selection impact the performance of the building energy consumption, and because it and also the user comfort by controlling heat transfer, light transmission, glare. So the terms like the U value, the solar heat transfer, and the solar heat gain. These are these are the key performance metrics of the glass type that determine the energy needed for the heating, cooling, and artificial lighting. Again, I emphasize on the design, how we design the space according to the climate, according to the environmental conditions of the site, that matters the most. Otherwise, the glass will underperform and it's not deliver its potential. So here we come about the types of the glass selection, the types of glass we need to consider according to the uh, project, according to the site, according to the climate. So, uh, such as double glazed units reduces heat transfer because of two layers of the glasses, and so it fits with the warmer climates. So quickly I will I will brief about the different types of glass, in which glass is appropriate in which climate. Like reflective glass reduces heat by reflecting sunlight, and it is good for the western facades. So where it helps in the warmer climates. Secondly, low E glass transmits low heat into the space, so which reduces the cooling load of the building. And clear glass does not prioritize heat control, but it is effective for the daylighting purposes. So this we can use in the colder climates. Likewise, in a colder climate, triple glass units work better than, and because it adds an insulating layer, an additional insulating layer, and reduces heat losses in the space. And very important point I want to highlight here, that while integrating in the while integrating glass in the building envelope, the design should consider sunlight angles. So we need to study before integrating and study about the sunlight angles to uh, make the occupant comfort about it. Is there proper natural daylight will come? Is it cutting the harsh sunlight or not? So those sunlight angles should consider first, and then design the buildings. Sorry, glass windows or doors or any fenestration about it.
Yes, ma'am. That's very true about what you said about considering the sun angles when it comes to glass selection. So, ma'am, could you talk about a project that, in your view, would best demonstrate how glass and sustainability intersect in design?
Yes, there are many buildings, but I recommend to read about. Like you can read about a lot of the other buildings as well, but I will recommend about the Manitoba Hydro Place. It is in Canada. It's a commercial space, a 18 stories office tower. It's a large scale office tower. So the city has very extreme climates, extreme fluctuation in the climate. In the winters, it is minus 35 degrees Celsius, and in summers, it is plus 34. So you can see that how temperature is fluctuating there. So what I will just talk about the glass in their passive strategies, that how they have used glass for to solar heat gain and to for the occupants comfort. So what they have done is the glass facades for both the towers play open in from the south side to gain the maximum exposure of the sunlight for both the purposes, daylighting and to absorb heat gain, because to reduce the heating load of the building, to reduce the heating load on the HVAC. And second, what they have done is they made a curtain wall, a double glazed facade curtain wall, and then there is a 1 meter buffer, and then there is a single layer insulating glass wall. So a double glazed and a single wall create a triple glazed wall, and that insulate the building against the heat and cold. So this shows that it is a very good example of high performance of glass, and that also receives a good amount of natural daylighting, which helps in the productivity of the office employees.
Yes, ma'am, that was very informative. Um, Ma'am, since you are an educator and in that field, if you could design one short learning module called Sustainability Through Glass, what key elements would you include in that module?
Okay. Um, I would like to incorporate all sustainability aspects of the glass, because there is a myth that glass can be used for daylighting or just for aesthetics. So first, I will like to include about different types of glasses and the whole list of it, so that whoever is going to read that module, they know that which glass is going to be should be considered for that climate or that project. So that's how I want to incorporate first different types of glasses. Second, I will integrate the manufacturing process of the glass with the new glass technologies, where one can learn about the embodied energy of the glass, that how much energy intensive is glass and how we can reduce it, and how currently the companies are doing for it. So and different innovative glass manufacturing process. Third, I will explain about the life cycle of the glass, that how it is cradle to cradle and how it is contributing in the circular economy. I guess this will be enough for the short learning modules.
Yes, ma'am, but that would definitely be very informative when it comes to the design decisions that we make. Um, Ma'am, what are some hands-on exercises or experiments that would help students experience the sustainable potential of glass rather than just read about it?
Yeah. So students and professionals both can learn first about that how different glasses affect daylight and heat. So what they can do, they can take different samples of glasses. For example, they can take a clear glass or tinted glass or reflective glasses, and then they can just put it in a box and in a sunny spot and with thermometers. And after 15-20 minutes or after some time, they can measure their temperature, internal temperature, and they can what is its light intensity, and from this experience they can analyze that which glass is appropriate in the tropical climates, because we are in India. So which glass is appropriate for their project. So similarly they can perform with a single and double glazed. uh, glass to analyze its insulation performance. What is the difference between them? And observe that which glass surface interacts with light, reflection, diffusion, what is the VLT of it. VLT means visual light transmission. And so which helps them to analyze the placement of the glass in the building, on which facade it is going to work better. So, uh, not just from the perspective of solar heat gain or losses, uh, it should be we should also consider daylighting. So, and acoustic. So all these three comforts, human comfort should consider. And from these, I guess these are very simple exercises, not very, there is not any rocket science in it. So they should learn from it, they can learn from it. And most importantly, before this, I would like to also mention simulation tools. So they can use simulation tools like Climate Studio to understand that which orientation is perfect for this type of class, and what how it is going to be reduce energy consumption. And the most importantly, I really recommend for the market survey of the classes. That will really help them that what kind of glasses are in the market and how it is performing. And if possible, they should go to the any glass factory and learn about the manufacturing process. From there only they will learn much about glass performance and how much energy is they are consuming, and how we can innovate the manufacturing process. So from my end, these are the hands-on experience everyone should go through.
These hands-on experiences are definitely something that would make learning more efficient than just reading about sustainability and glass. Ma'am, there are a lot of innovations in glass manufacturing and processing. Are there any lesser known sustainable innovations in glass manufacturing or processing that every architect or student should know about?
Yeah, the glass industry is growing very rapidly. And traditionally, what happened? Traditionally, glass blowers inflate a molten glass through a bubble into a blowpipe and then shape it into various forms. But this process was very energy intensive, and it consumed lots of energy, and it has a very high carbon footprint. But and it was very difficult to waste glass as well in this process. So nowadays, the melting process is going electric, with an electric furnace powered by renewable energy provides container glass with lower carbon dioxide emissions. Recycling plants use high-tech recycling systems that have automated screening, color sorting, and containment removal systems. So these can deliver cullet, like I mentioned earlier as well. Cullet means broken glasses. So this purify these cullet almost around 99%, and then it is ready for immediate use in the furnaces. So it is time effective as well. And when we talk about the time it is cost effective. So secondly, manufacturers can use waste heat generated by the furnace to preheat the batch materials. It This can save up to 20% of the energy consumption in the process. So, and there are other technologies as well, like CFD, computational fluid dynamics, which they can use, which currently companies are using for it to pre-analyze parameters of the glass manufacturing. AI, data sets, IoT things that also monitor manufacturing in real time.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am, very true. And ma'am, you had mentioned briefly about simulation tools before. And so, what role exactly can AI, data, and digital modeling play in helping students learn about glass performance and sustainability?
Yeah. So digitalization allows for the comprehensive approach for the sustainability, such as digital twins, which allow for simulation of optimization of furnace operations. It helps in automating and optimize the process of the raw material extraction to final production of the glass. Uh, no, Final production plus distribution and reduces manual errors. So here I can brief out about the pointers in pointers what how AI can help in it and how digitalization can help about the glass in terms of sustainability like sensors and data analytics to monitor continuous improve product quality throughout the production. Secondly, AI data can help in to track the energy consumption and identify opportunities where we can reduce and where we can save energy and solar heat gain through different glass types, simulate daylight autonomy and glare patterns, and it can measure U value, SHGC, VLT, embodied carbon. So they say tools like Autodesk Insight and Cove tool, these can predict energy use and optimize glazing ratios. And AI can also estimate embodied carbon emissions, and glass recyclability potential. So there are tools like one click LCA. So from there we can learn about the recyclability, that how glass, what's the potential glass to recycle. So I think that's how AI or digitalization can help the industry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now is a point where all the students must be learning all these tools. So, ma'am, how can glass solutions contribute to creating smarter and more sustainable buildings beyond just the aesthetics or daylight factor?
Yeah. Um, Innovation in the glass industry has proven that glass is much beyond than aesthetics. Like we discussed throughout the session, that how it is helping uh, in reducing energy consumption. So it is beyond just providing aesthetics and transparency to the building. Advanced and smart glass technologies actively manage energy efficiency and occupants' comfort. Advanced glass plays a very crucial role in maintaining indoor temperature and reduce the load on the HVAC systems. And where smart glasses can automatically adjust their tint or opacity in real time based on sunlight and temperature, and eliminate harsh glare to create a comfortable living environment. And it blocks 99% of ultraviolet rays, which helps in to which protect occupants from health risks. So and we can fit smart glasses with sensors or link it to the central building management system, known as a BMS, so they can automatically adjust their properties based on real time data like occupancy, time of the day, weather of the day. So it helps in controlling light penetration, natural light efficiency, and it reduces reliance on artificial light. So from these, we can say that now that it is very far beyond than just aesthetics.
True, ma'am, very true. And ma'am, my next question, as cities move towards net zero and smarter infrastructure, what role do you see that glass would play in shaping sustainable and energy efficient urban environments?
Yes. So the built environment industry is growing towards smart cities. and uh, and contributes to the fulfilling the global goal about the net zero emissions by 2050 and climate commitment of the Paris Agreement. So it the built environment industry has huge role in it. So where the high performance glass plays a critical role in achieving these global sustainable development goals by enhancing energy efficiency, reduce carbon emissions, emissions, and improve occupants' comfort. Because after all, we are doing just for the occupants' comfort, the for human health and well-being. So it evaluates thermal performance, solar heat gain control, visual transmissions, structural durability, uh, acoustic insulation, cost effectiveness, and it adapts climate. So yes, technology like low emissibility glass and triple glass are key for improving insulation in the building, which is again essential for to reduce the carbon footprint of the building and across all the climate region, all around the globe. And this automatically reduces urban heat island effect. The temperature is increasing in an urban environment. So, if we are going to use high performance glasses, so it automatically reduces urban heat island effect. And these uh, technologies might sound that it has very high upfront cost, but if we think about it in long term, so it benefits in energy savings and environmental sustainability, and which directly proportional to the cost effectiveness.
Of course, ma'am, long-term benefits is something we definitely should look into. Ma'am, you had mentioned about the global sustainability goals. So, in the larger dialogue around those sustainability goals, where do you see glass fitting in, both as a material and as a mindset for design?
Yeah, so throughout the session, we talk about that glasses is doing much more than aesthetics. So, and it contributes to achieving global sustainability goals. And today's modern world is impossible to see without glass. So, the glass industry has a crucial role in achieving sustainable development goals. So, here I would like to highlight some sustainable development goals in which glass industry can contribute directly. So, first it is SDG 7, which is about affordable and clean energy. So, in the energy generation field, our glass is about to used to cover glass for solar power generation panels. And secondly, manufacturing process are nowadays using renewable energy for their furnaces for to melting glasses and reducing reliance on fossil fuels, so thus reducing carbon emissions and energy consumption. That's how glass industry can contribute in the SDG 7 affordable and clean energy. Similarly, we talk about the innovation in glass technologies. Um, the how we can appropriately integrate in the infrastructure the sustainable glass as a material. So it directly helps in the SDG 9, which is about the innovation, industry innovation and infrastructure. The third goal I would like to mention is SDG 11, that is sustainable cities and communities. So in the previous question, we talk about that how it is helping to reduce urban heat island effect. So and how it is reducing carbon emissions, greenhouse gas emissions. So overall, it is helping to build sustainable cities and occupants' comfort. So here we come about that it can contribute in the SDG 11. And the last the SDG 12, that is about responsible consumption and production. So again, the very key property of the glass, its recyclability, its continuous cycling loop. So, and where we can now the days the companies are using cullet, so it helps in the responsible consumption and the production of the glass. So that I guess the glass industry is indirectly or directly helping into fulfilling or achieve these sustainable development goals.
Yes, ma'am. It is informative to know about the role that glass would play in that large of a picture. That was a very insightful session altogether. But before we wrap up, ma'am, we would like to play a quick and fun round called Glass Myths, True or False. So I'm going to share a few statements that we often hear in studios or on construction sites about glass and sustainability. So you will have to tell us whether those statements are true or false, and you can give us a quick explanation as to why or why not.
Okay,
Uh,
sure.
so, our first statement: more glass automatically means better daylight and sustainability.
No, again, it is not about the more glass. It is about the appropriate use of the glass, appropriate designing of the glass according to the climate, according to the sunlight angles. So the it's not about the more glass. It's about the effective use of glass and designing of the glass.
Okay, great. Next statement: glass can be recycled and reused multiple times without losing its quality.
Yeah, that's very true. Uh, Glass, it's 100% recyclable. That which is that's why it is called sustainable material. We can put it in a sustainable category because it has cradle to cradle approach. So yes, it is definitely doesn't lose its quality, and it can be reusable.
Okay, perfect. Next statement: glass facades can actually help in reducing a building's energy use when designed properly.
Yes. uh, it is absolutely correct. If we use it correctly, if we design it correctly, and if we put it in the proper orientation with the proper wall window ratios and with proper insulating materials and all of those things, while considering climate context, it is definitely yeah, going to reduce energy consumption of the building.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Our next statement: performance glass is only helpful in commercial buildings.
No. Performance glass is can be used in residential buildings as well. It's yeah, it is very upfront cost is very high.
Mhm.
So from the budget constraint, we can say that it is just for the commercial project, but where the climates are very harsh, where are very extreme climates.
Hmm.
So there also we can use high performance glass.
Okay. I think our next statement is a very common myth. Glass and hot climates don't go well together.
Somewhat it's true, somewhat it's false. But from my perspective, again, again and again I'm emphasizing on the designing of the place. So, like, it also depends on the typology of the project.
Hmm.
If there is a showroom, so we can't make it from the mud. If even though for the aesthetics purpose and for the business purpose, we need to showcase what this building is showcasing us. So that's where the glass plays a role in it. So yes, if we do not use it according to the climate, if we do not consider harsh sun rays, harsh solar radiations, and if we put the high amount of glass on the western facades without treating it or without using uh, without consider the selection of the glass.
Hmm.
If we put single glazing unit, it is not going to work there. We need to put a double glazing glass or a reflective glass. So then only it is going to work in the hotter climates. Otherwise, it will not.
Okay, well, that was very informative, ma'am. Okay, our next statement. Tempered or laminated safety glass improves both durability and occupant safety.
Yes, that's true. Laminated glass, I guess it is very helpful in occupants' safety from the fire and the high wind, where the high wind loads. So from laminated and tempered glass definitely works for the occupants' safety.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, our next statement. The clearer the glass, the better the design.
Not true. Uh, the clear glass helps in overcast sky conditions. So again, it's a very important point which I didn't mention in the session. Uh, the sky conditions also we should consider. So if we talk about Rajasthan, overall 90% time it is clear sky conditions. So here we can't put clear glass all the time. It doesn't work. But where there are extreme rains and above 90% there are over cast sky conditions. So here the clear glass works better for the daylight purposes. So this is not true that what was the question? Clear glass is
Yeah, better design.
better design. No, it's not.
Okay, so our last statement for this segment. Sustainable glass designs with, sorry, sustainable glass design starts with how you use it and not just what you use.
Yes, how and why you are using it. So that's true. That whatever the sustainable material and what we are using, it should be start how we are using it and why we are using it.
And with that, we come to the end of this segment as well. Thank you, Miss Tanvi, for that wonderful myth busting session and for an incredibly insightful conversation overall. Through today's discussion, you have helped us see how glass is not just a building material, but a powerful tool for learning sustainability, one that teaches us about light, climate, comfort, and consciousness. From classrooms to cities, we've explored how glass can shape not only the way we design, but also the way we think about encouraging reflection, awareness, and responsibility in every decision that we make. To everyone who joined us today, thank you for being a part of this special Glass Academy webinar in collaboration with Ethos Empowers. We hope that this session inspires you to look at glass not just as a material but as a medium for learning sustainability, one that invites greater intention, sensitivity, and creativity in every design. See you in the next session. Until then, keep designing thoughtfully. Thank you.